my little reflection things on the women of The Walking Dead would not be complete without a talk about Andrea and her sister Amy. Yeah, I know they were dead and gone, and that's not a good thing. You're not supposed to talk about people when they're dead and stuff like that, but I want to talk about them. Well, actually, I don't know if anybody ever said you're not supposed to talk about someone when they're dead, but people tend to lose their popularity on TV shows if they die. In the real world, a lot of times, people are more popular post-mortem, which is really kind of like artist, really big name post-mortem thing. But that's not the issue here. The issue I wanted to talk about was Andrea and Amy. You don't know much about Amy, really. She was probably about 20. I mean, I think she'd gone off to college. I think that was why they were apart. But when they were together, it was like what was it, the third episode or something? They were in the boat, and they were fishing and talking, and it was awesome to see a sisterly bond. I really like that, and I think Amy died way too soon in the series. Because I think it was later than that episode, maybe it was the next episode when the camp was attacked, and I'm like, that's too bad. I mean, I saw this meme that called her a Zilf, and I never noticed about that, but you can probably figure out what that means. It's like a MILF, but a zombified one. Yeah. She was a good kid. Good kid. Her sister, Andrea, she was a killer. I mean, I heard that in the comics, I read a little thing that the character of Andrea was, I think, younger and was a sharpshooter from the beginning. But Andrea in the book, I mean in the movie, in the TV show, wasn't a sharpshooter to start out with. She didn't know anything about guns. Because I remember the first time that Rick saw her, and he said the safety's on, you know, on her gun, and so she didn't know anything about guns, but she became quite the aim. I mean, she could shoot really well from long distances. And you remember the time when she shot who was it? It was Daryl, when Daryl was wandering out of the woods, and she thought it was a Z, and she popped him off. But that was really long distance. She's getting to be a really good aim, and she was awesome. And then to see her in Woodbury, it drove me crazy sometimes. To see her with the governor, I'm just like, the governor was a bad guy, and he had her fooled, you know, thinking that he was good, and then she knew that he wasn't, and it was kind of a weird. I need to rewatch the series because I don't remember that well, I guess. But and she became really a tough girl, and when she was behind, she thought that Woodbury and the survivors could get together, and eventually they did, kinda, because after the governor went crazy and destroyed Woodbury and all that. I mean, the Woodbury citizens were taken to the prison. I think that was between seasons 3 and 4. I think that's what it was. Because it happened when they started that one episode when Rick was coming out of the prison. They were already living there. Anyway, so it ended up, the two groups did end up kind of getting together, but Andrea didn't live to see that, which was really kind of sad. But she died a hero's death. I mean, even though she made her mistakes and stuff, I mean, she was, let's see, she ended up, I think that she ended up shooting herself in the end, because she knew she was about to die, and she would have turned. But, and when I say hero's death, she didn't like go down saving lives, but she did a lot towards trying to save lives, so it's kind of heroic. Yeah. So that's all I have to say about that too.